Welcome back to the SEM series. Today, we are joined by our alumni head of the Student Development Council, Ms. Amruta Venukonda, to share her experiences and journey at ISME. First of all, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Amruta Venukonda. I am the alumni head of the Student Development Council. I am a third year BCom student. I am also the anti-ragging committee head of the college. So I think that technically sums me up.
So, how did you balance your internships, academics, and SDC responsibilities all together at ISME?
Okay, managing internships and SDC responsibility along with academics can be a bit jarring sometimes, because sometimes events come at the same times as your exams, like you have only a week time in between. But I think our coordinators and our teachers have always supported us, and they have given us enough time and enough prior information and intimation that we need to do these tasks. And I think mainly time management of how you're using your time post college, like 9 to 4:20 you're here, but after that what you're doing is what matters. So I think that's how you manage everything in life.
Well said. So, how did you, which event in SDC was your favorite to organize?
I think to organize two events definitely come to my head. One was farewell for our seniors batch, because it was a very special moment for me, because as an SGC member you're allotted one event each. Like every event head will be there for all events, but each head is also given responsibility of an event so that everyone knows how to manage the event. And farewell was my responsibility, and also my seniors batch is like very close to me, so that event was very very nostalgic to organize also. So that is my favorite event. And second, of course, is the alumni Milap event, which marked the 20 years anniversary of ISME. So that is also a very crucial and important event where the alumni committee has invited many alumni members outside the college, and we had a blast of an event there. So I think these two.
So, if you wanted to interview one fictional character, who would it be and why?
That's a really interesting and thought-provoking question. I think one of them would definitely have to be Dorian Gray from Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, which is a classic, because the decisions he takes in that book are very questioning the morals type. So I want to crib his brain about it. Another character would be any one of the main leads from the book Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, because that book mostly talks about women in a man's field in that particular period of time in history, and also it's about space. So I think it covers both of my favorite topics in that way. So yeah, I think these two would be an interesting choice.
So, what was the most stressful moment while managing SDC and how did you overcome it?
While managing SDC, I think one of the most I think the moment would have to be when not every time all volunteers are there, or you don't have all hands on deck sometimes, but you need to show up, you need to be there to prove yourself. And also it's not even proving yourself, it is that end of the day the event should be done. How are you getting the event done is what matters. I think during CIM conference this year, from UG final years we weren't here because we all had the internships at the same time. So I was heading UG for SIM that time, and I think that was one of the most crucial events that I had to organize from UG side. There was a lot of volunteers from PG, but from UG I think it was really hard to manage at that time, because it was internships, semester exams, and the event going on at the same time, and I was also doing my research paper alongside with it. So it was a lot to manage, but I think we had a pretty good job done.
So, how was your overall internship experience?
Once again, I had a hybrid internship, so it was both online and offline. It was during exam break that we get before the exams, and it continued even after exams. So some days it was difficult, as I have mentioned before. It was during an event also, so we needed at least one final year volunteer here. So every day after internship, I had to, not every day, but some of the days after internship, I had to come back here and just see how the progress was. But a lot of juniors supported, and they have given their 100% for the event. But yeah, I think time management, once again, you have to make your to-do list, you have to get them done. And my suggestion for anyone who is trying to do multiple things at once will always be, have time as a gap. Like, if you have a fixed timetable, one day should be as a gap day, so that if you did not finish anything on the like Monday to Friday, you had some tasks and you did not finish something, leave Saturday, don't plan anything on Saturday. So whatever you have finished, you did not finish from Monday to Friday, that you can finish on that gap day. If you finished everything, then you'll have an extra day, right? What's wrong with having an extra leisure day?
We deserve it. So, yeah. What are your best experiences with your friends in the college? Not experiences, a beautiful memory.
Okay, in 3 years, if I have to say one memory, it is really difficult task. But one of my best memories that I'll never forget from this college is, for 1 year Diwali, my brother and I were studying here together at one point at the same time. So we both danced together on the same stage, which was after almost a decade. So that is one of my most cherished memory that I'll carry for my entire life. Another memory with my friends would definitely have to be with my senior Shilpa. Like countless timeless arguments or conversations that we had in the canteen, or just scooty rides in the evening, all of these make a lot of difference. Even though they don't count as remarkable memories, all of them together, when you see back, they'll make a huge difference in your life.
What one advice that you would give to your juniors who wish to manage multiple things at once?
I think, again, to manage things, first you need to be very calm. When you get anxious or when you get stressed, you'll only delay your work. Even if if you're angry also at someone, just pause for that particular time, because sometimes it is not, you're not angry at that person, you're angry at this incident, because some faculty or some event coordinator did not inform you something prior, but at the same time your friend came and told something to you, so you don't know which way your anger is supposed to go. So sometimes you have to just take 5 seconds, 5 minutes to yourself, go somewhere, just yell, just yell to a tree, yell in the washroom, do something, calm down, and see how best you can finish that task. See, end of the day, the task should be done. You don't have another option, you need to get it done. There is no point in like, oh, how can I do it, oh my god, I'm not able to do it, I'm not able to do it. First, that I am not able to do it or I can't do it attitude only will get your morale down. Just think about who can help me with this. There is nothing wrong in asking for help. That is one thing I would suggest everyone. There is nothing wrong in asking for help, because one person might not be good at everything, right? You might be good at something which I'm not good at. I might be good at something that you are not at. Everyone have their own strengths and weaknesses. We have to realize that it is okay to ask for help.
Well said. So, as someone who loves reading, what is the first book that made you fall in love with reading books?
I think first book and all, meaning I can only say the short stories, but the book I have picked up and that has lived in my mind forever would obviously be Harry Potter. That 7-book series changed my life. It is one of the best experiences in my life. It is like, even in a magical world, how much human relationships still matter to you. It is very beautifully said, and also obviously magic and creatures, and it is all the good stuff. So I will never forget that.
I'm also a fan of Harry Potter.
So,
That
yeah,
made my
Potter
childhood.
is
Yeah.
most
So-
of us.
Yeah, true. Which one do you prefer? Kindles, audiobooks, or physical books?
Okay, so I have a Kindle. So if you have asked me 1 or 2 years ago, I would have definitely said Kindle, because you can carry at least 50 books at the same time in your bag at all times. Especially for a mood reader like me, I don't know what I want to read at what point of time. Sometimes I used to read 3 books at once because I don't know morning which mood I am in, afternoon which mood I am in, evening which mood I am in. But now if you ask me, I love paperbacks because the feel of paperbacks is different. But one particular book that I really enjoyed the audio book is Project Hail Mary. The voice actors are really good, and the dramatic effects were also amazing. So some books like that deserve audiobooks. So I think I'm a mix of all.
Which book has influenced you the most during your college journey?
During my college journey, that's an interesting question. Okay. I have a recommendation. I don't know why I kept it on top here. This is called Tuesdays with Maury. This book is actually given to be by Shruti ma'am. It is a book about the relationship of a teacher or a mentor and their mentee, and how even small conversations, just hi, hello, how are you, how's life been, how those small conversations make big impact in a teacher's or a student's life also. People talk about parent children relationships, friendships, siblings, romantic relationships, again your children, everything, but no one talks about how much a teacher impacts in your life. But I think this book that Shruti ma'am has given me made a really big difference in my life. Because you have said college life, this book immediately caught my eye there. Even written a nice note saying, "Dear Amrita, this is my favorite book. I hope you enjoy it as much as I still do. Thank you for everything. Much love, Shruti ma'am." I think I can't get over this. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually a fact that the parent and children relationship are being spoken, and the student teacher relationship is actually not being spoken, and what you said was really impactful. So yeah, uh, did reading help you in leadership or handling pressure in SDC?
Okay, this question has two answers. Both are yes, but for different reasons. One handles stress because I read a lot of fiction, and fiction helps me get away from reality. And sometimes when things get too stressful, I just go to my books. Some nights I do. I remember I did not even sleep. I just keep reading that book, and it's just an escapism for me. And somehow, even without sleep, I am very energized, and I am rebooting myself through that book. In another way, there are some books that help you learn. Like there are a lot of non-fiction books which are like essays or poems that really help you think. It'll ask you to take a pause in life, and it will make a huge impact in that way. So I think in both the ways, books have always helped me find a peace in life.
So yeah, uh, could you recommend one book that every student should read and tell us why?
Okay, one would obviously be Tuesdays with Maury, because student life is as much important as the teacher's life. So this would be one recommendation. But I think another recommendation would be My Friends by Frederick Beckman, because that book talks about friendships, especially childhood friendships, in a way that no one ever approaches it. Because as students or children, we all have a lot of things going on in our mental space. But when you are with your friends, you don't need that social energy. people keep talking about social battery. Oh my god, my social battery is dead, I can't talk to a person. But when you see your one special friend, one best friend, you will always, you don't even need that energy, you can talk to them for hours and you'll still not feel drained. So this book talks a lot about how such friendships impact your life, and it's just really really asking and overwhelming book. You need to be really strong to get into that book because it talks on a little serious topics, but once you get into it, it is a very emotional, heartwarming and whelming book. Yeah.
And that brings us to the end of today's conversation. Thank you so much, Ms. Amruta Venukonda, for joining us today and sharing your thoughts and experiences with us. And thank you all for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.